Hey, how's it going? It's Chris here, and in this video I want to talk to you about the 3 levels of sexualization. And I've broken it down into 3 levels so that it's very easy for you to understand what you could get away with at what points in the conversation. Meaning, if you're just getting to know this girl, you can't say things on level 3 just yet, unless you're very, very skilled. And so if you understand kind of the levels and how they correlate to her comfort levels, then it's going to be easy for you to just do what the girl's ready for without compromising or risking the interaction. So you're going to start gradually, level 1, make your way over to level 3. And what's important for you to realize is you don't want to stack these, you don't want to stack it when the girl's not ready. Meaning, if the girl is, if you're on level 1 with the girl, right? Don't jump to if she's freaking out, then all of a sudden jump to level 3, right? Make sure she's cool with level 1. Then make your way to level 2, and then make your way to level 3. And I'll talk to you about the right moments to do that too, but I just want you to get that as a foundational mindset. So the first one is what we call flirtatious statements, and that's going to be comments like, "You look incredible," or "Wow, red is such a good color on you," or "Damn, I love how you look in those jeans." All those comments are flirtatious, and you can say them from the very, very start of the interaction, right? And then you're just going to make her comfortable with those kinds of statements. Now, later on, you're going to move it to level 2, but these are just basically your ordinary comments that say, "Hey, I like you. I like this part about you. I like the way you dress. I like the way you look in red. You know, you look fucking gorgeous." These are all comments about your interest in her, but they're never getting over the top sexual just yet. This girl you're just getting her comfortable with those kinds of statements. Next, when the girl's comfortable with those kinds of comments, you can bump it up to level 2, which is what we call sexual or romantic comments. So these are comments that are way more sexual than you're fucking cute or you look amazing in red. These are comments like, "Damn, I bet you're not wearing any underwear," or "I bet you look really sexy in a little red thong," or saying, "I would love to touch you all over your body and grab your ass." When you start making comments like that where they're more sexual, they're more direct, and there's more intent behind it, that is when you're moving into level 2. And typically you could get away with these kinds of comments when you feel or you've already seen that the girl is comfortable with your touch. So if you put your hand on her thigh and she's comfortable with that, perfect. If you take her hand and she squeezes your hand back and you guys are able to walk hand in hand, that's a great sign. If you're able to pull her in for a nice hug and she's not pulling away uncomfortably, you're good to go, okay? This is when the girl is ready for level 2 type comments. Level 3 is what we call X-rated comments, and these are comments where you're way more graphic and way more explicit with what you want to do with her. And typically, you'll make comments like these when you could sense that the girl is comfortable making out with you, right? It's already gotten physically more sexual. It's gone to that level. You've broken that barrier. Now you can start going into these type comments. So these would be comments like, "Damn, I would love to strip you down into your thong and have you bend over in front of me in my room so I could check out your little pussy and your little ass," right? It's obviously way more graphic. And another comment would be, "Damn, I would love to bend you over my bed and spank that little ass of yours until it's bruised," right? If you were to make a comment like that, it's way more graphic, way more explicit, way more intentful. And the last thing I want to talk about is what we call the bedroom voice. So the bedroom voice is, if you ever think back to a time where you were in the bedroom with a girl, you're hooking up with her, and you're speaking a little bit more softly, a little bit more intimately, you could do that when you're speaking to her in general, right? If you run through any of these levels, level 1 through 3, and you use that same voice, it's going to turn her on and it's going to get her even more excited. And if you were to do that, even when you're talking about something like logistics, it could sound really sexy. So think about if you were to say, "So what are you doing later?" Or if you were to say in her ear, "Damn, you look so fucking sexy." If you were to say that in her ear, even though that's only really like level 1 or level 2, right? You're still making it way more sexual. So just keep that in mind for when you're speaking to these girls. Now, the last thing I just want to say is make sure to follow this order, especially when you're first starting. If you're first learning how to become sexual with a girl, or you're first learning how to stack it and go from level 1 through 3, really just think about it like that. Okay, I'm going to do level 1. She seems pretty comfortable. She's comfortable with my touch. All right, I could take it to the next level, right? And then when she's comfortable making out with you, then you're going to take it to the next level. But stay in those levels until, I would say, if you're very, very skilled, if you're a guy who's just really, really good with women at this point, you probably already know you could hop around between these levels, but definitely in the very beginning, just make sure to stick to those levels, and that'll keep you having all the benefit of being able to sexualize without having to deal with any of the risk.